The fire protection system is designed to reduce the consequences of a possible fire on board by detecting a fire or smoke at the very beginning and by locating them as soon as possible. The purpose of the various protection systems is to detect and extinguish the fire in each engine nacelle where a fire may break out, detect smoke from a fire in cargo compartments and avionics compartment, extinguish the fire in the areas which are occupied or may be visited in flight, detect and extinguish automatically the fire in lavatory dustbin. Each engine is equipped with a continuous loop system monitoring overheat. The system is composed of two thermosensing and self-monitored loops, A and B, mounted in parallel. The detection principle is based on a resistance and capacitance variation measurement of sensing elements. The Fire Detection Control Unit triggers the fire alarms only if both loops are sensing fire, or if only one loop is sensing overheat, providing the other one is deselected. The engine nacelles are protected with fire extinguishers activated by controls in the cockpit. The system includes two extinguisher bottles which may be used either for engine 1 or 2. They are located on each side of the fuselage behind the wing center box. Note: the extinguishing agent, CF3BR, trifluorobromomethane, is a fluorinated hydrocarbon pressurized by nitrogen. Dual squibs, which are installed in the discharge heads on each bottle, are ignited by pressing the corresponding illuminated agent push button on the engine fire panel. Two two-way check valves enable the extinguishing agent to be directed toward the engine concerned. Extinguishing agent is then sprayed in the fire zone through nozzles. On the right-hand engine nacelle, an overheat detection system monitors the temperature on ground with the engine running, propeller brake engaged or not. An overheat sensor is located below the exhaust pipes and links to a control unit. This system is inhibited in flight. The cargo compartments, the lavatory, and the avionic and electrical racks in the cockpit are protected by smoke detectors. These warning systems reduce the risk of fire through the early detection of smoke. The lavatory is equipped with an automatic halon fire extinguisher which is installed above the lavatory dustbin. The system operates automatically when the temperature is greater than 78 degrees Celsius, 172 degrees Fahrenheit. The forward, aft cargo compartments and lavatory smoke detection is ensured by a photoelectric type smoke detector located in the ceiling. The principle consists of measuring the light diffraction of ambient air. Aft cargo and lavatory air is extracted and ducted through the smoke detectors by two fans which operate alternately. A fire extinguishing system is installed in the ceiling of the aft cargo compartment. It consists of two diffusers designed to diffuse the extinguishing agent in the entire compartment when loaded to the maximum. A portable fire extinguisher is connected to the system orifice, located above the flight attendant rear seat and discharge. Regarding avionics and electrical smoke detection, the air coming from these elements is directed into a duct fitted with an ionization-type smoke detector. The other areas require a crew member to extinguish any fire with the use of a portable fire extinguisher. The cargo compartments and lavatory smoke detection control panel is located on the overhead panel. A smoke test push button is used to check the smoke detector's integrity when depressed. Aft cargo compartment and lavatory smoke detection fans are controlled through the aft compartment/lavatory push button, and information is also displayed on the system display cabin page. In normal operation, the push button is depressed without any light illuminated. Fans run alternately and are represented on the system display cabin page by a green circle in a rectangle. In case of fan failure, a fault light illuminates on the push button, and on the system display cabin page, the fan symbol changes to a grey rectangle and amber circle with an amber DET fans label displayed below. Air forward DET fan amber message will be triggered by the flight warning system on the crew alerting window. When the push button is released, the alternate fan runs and altern light illuminates white. The symbol becomes cyan circle and rectangle with altern DET fans white label below. If first fan signal or alternate fan signal is invalid, fan symbol changes to a grey rectangle with amber circle and amber cross. Compartment smoke detection systems information is displayed on the MFD system display cabin page. Smoke alarms are displayed red reverse video around the aircraft shape at the location of the compartment for forward compartment smoke detection, electrical racks smoke detection, aft compartment smoke detection, and lavatory smoke detection. In case of smoke detector's invalid signal, associated alarm indication becomes amber crossed. Engine fire protection system indications are located on the engine fire control panel and on the EWD. In normal conditions, the engine 1 or 2 fire handle is pushed. In case of an engine fire detection, the fire handle illuminates red and flight warning system is activated. On the EWD, the red reverse video Fire 1, 2 flag is displayed outboard the torque indicator. In addition, the fuel shutoff red light illuminates on the corresponding condition lever, providing it is not in the fuel shutoff position. When the fire handle is pulled, on the associated engine side, squib lights illuminate white, meaning the corresponding squibs are armed. The propeller is feathered, and on the engine 2, the propeller brake electro valve is closed. The fuel low pressure valve is closed. The high pressure bleed air valve and bleed air shutoff valve are closed. The de-icing shutoff valve and pressure regulator and shutoff valve PRSOV are closed. The DC and the AC wild generators are disconnected. In case of engine fire alert signal invalid, the fire flag on the EWD becomes amber and crossed. Depressing the agent push button discharges the corresponding bottle. A few seconds later, once the fire bottle is fully discharged, a discharge amber light comes on. On the opposite overhead fire panel, Agent 1 discharge light illuminates. Agent 1 for Engine 2 corresponds to Agent 2 for Engine 1 and vice versa. Control and status display of the engine fire detection loops is on the engine fire control panel and on the EWD. When the loop push button is depressed, the loop is activated. When a fault amber light illuminates, a loop is declared faulty by the Fire Detection Control Unit. Flight warning system is activated, and on the EWD, a loop amber message is displayed. When the loop push button is released, the faulty one is deactivated, and an off white light illuminates, allowing the fire detection available on the remaining loop. On the EWD, the loop amber message is displayed. If a failure occurs on the loop signal integrity, the flag on the EWD becomes amber crossed. In case of nacelle overheat on the right engine on ground, a nacelle overheat alert is displayed between the Engine 2 torque indicator and the NP indicator. This alert becomes amber crossed in case of signal invalid. Engine fire detection system tests are located on the overhead panel. The Squib Test push button controls the test of the discharge heads and their electrical circuits of the extinguisher bottles. The test is activated when the push button is depressed. A test switch spring-loaded in neutral position allows a test of the detection of fire. In fault position, it activates the loops test. In fire position, it activates the test of the alarms triggered for an engine fire. While performing the smoke test, indications are different with the new avionics suite. Control of the smoke test remains the same and is performed through the smoke test push button on the compartment smoke control panel on the overhead panel. Depressing and maintaining the smoke test push button will display electrical smoke, forward smoke, aft compartment smoke and lavatory smoke warnings on the system display cabin page, display associated alerts on the EWD alert part, electrical smoke, forward smoke and aft smoke, trigger master warning and continuous repetitive chime sound, stop the avionic compartment extract fan if the test occurs on ground only. Controls for the engine fire tests remain the same and are performed through the engine fire control panel on the overhead panel. Squib test remains the same with the illumination of both squib lights on the Agent 1 and 2 push buttons when squib test push button is depressed. Loop test is done by setting the test switch forward. Fault illuminates on loop A and B push buttons. Loop amber flag is displayed on the EWD engine display, while loop caution appears in the alert window with the associated procedure on the procedure window, and master caution illuminates with single chime sound. Fire test is done by setting the test switch backward. Fire handle illuminates. Master warning flashes with continuous repetitive chime. Fire flag is displayed on the EWD on the affected engine, and fuel shutoff warning light on condition lever illuminates if condition lever is in any position other than fuel shutoff. In case of fire protection failure, refer to the Master Minimum Equipment List MMEL of ATA 26.
Your answer is correct. 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 No, try again. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct. Your answer is correct.